Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz, where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name's Steve, this is my wife Tina, and we're from Cornwall.
Couple number two.
My name's Ben, this is my brother Joe, and we're from County Durham.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Beverly, and this is my boyfriend Harry, and we're from Leamington Spa.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Carl, this is my fiancée Lauren, and we're from Newcastle.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very much indeed. Lovely to have you here. A very warm welcome to the show. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, my very own noisy neighbour. If he keeps that up, I will be calling the authorities. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Hello there.
Hello.
Two returning pairs, Ben and Joe, are here for their final show. Third and final chance. Been knocked out in round two both times so far. So, gents, hopefully you can go a little bit further. In fact, as far as Harry and Beverly did on the last show, first show, got through to the head-to-head.
Yeah.
So it's quite impressive, isn't
They
it?
were very good. They were our golden couple.
Weren't they just?
Yeah.
Got beat 2-0, but they were still our golden couple.
Yeah.
And welcome on podiums 1 and 4. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you. So, this is nice. We are 50% northeast.
Oh, that's nice.
50%
Well,
from
more
the
than that if you
northeast.
count you.
Well, exactly.
Oh, no,
yeah,
we're still
typically.
50%, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Because then
still
we'd have to
50%.
count me as
yes,
well.
Exactly, yes.
And I'm
Evens it
very
up.
much southeast.
Very much southeast. Now, listen, Alison and Ian got through to the final round last time and didn't win the jackpot, so we're adding £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. It will always be the pair with the highest score that gets eliminated at the end of each round. So as long as you keep your scores nice and low, you have nothing to fear. Have a lovely time. Best of luck. Our first category this afternoon is name endings. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns things that end Q-U-E. Richard.
Yeah, very simple. This one, 7 things on each board, 7 clues. The answers all end Q-U-E. So it's going to be 14 in all to have a go at home. Very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. So we're looking for all these answers ending in Q-U-E. Here we go. Here's our first board of 7. A sailing ship that has 3 or more masts with the rear mast rigged fore and aft. B. Rich shellfish soup, typically made from lobster. B. Country on the east coast of southern Africa with its capital at Maputo. M. Surname of René, a French jeweller famous for Art Nouveau brooches and glassware. L. A sticky deposit that forms on the surface of teeth. P. A ballet posture in which one leg is extended backwards and the arms outstretched. A. And a card game similar to whist played with a pack of 64 cards. B. There we are. Tina, welcome. How nice to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I live in Cornwall. I'm a retired pub landlady and I do absolutely nothing now.
Well, that's the best thing to do, isn't it?
Especially in Cornwall Beach.
Walk the
but dog.
Yeah, lovely. That's the kind of nothing I think we all aspire to.
Yeah.
Tina, how long ago did you hang up the towel?
It'd be about 8 years now.
I see. OK. Tina, what do you make of our... But it's not as easy as it might be.
I know.
It's quite challenging, this.
I'm going to go for a ballet posture in which one leg is extended and say arabesque.
Arabesque, says Tina. Let's see how many of our 100 people said arabesque. Arabesque is absolutely right. Down it goes to 27. Not bad at all. Great start to the show. 27 for arabesque.
Yeah, in 2017, Ashley Mail of Sheffield completed 203 rotations of a hula hoop around one leg whilst being in an arabesque position.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Ben, welcome back. Now, we've discovered the literary world is what enthralls you. Tell us more about yourself, Ben.
Yeah, well, aside of literature, I've also done a lot of research into family history. I started when my late granddad asked me to look into the family because he didn't know much. And it's sort of progressed over the last 10, 12 years, and I've actually ended up reuniting people who didn't even know they were half-brothers and sisters.
Well, that's a lovely thing to be doing, tying up loose ends like that. Ben, what are you going to go for on our board here?
I'm confident with two of them. The one that's going to really nag me is the surname of Rene. It's on the tip of my tongue, but if I go for it, I fear I may get it wrong, so I'll play it safe and pass the baton to my brother. I'll go with a country on the east coast of southern Africa with Mozambique.
Mozambique, says Ben. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Mozambique. Mozambique is right. 27 is the only score we have at the moment for Arabesque. Mozambique on 40. There we are.
Now, Mozambique has a unique claim to fame as well, which is it's the only country in the world which has a one-word name containing all 5 vowels.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Harry. Harry, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, remind us all about yourself, Harry.
So I'm a computer science student at Warwick. And yeah, in my free time, I play for the university orchestra. And I thought last year I thought I'd accompany that by playing some rugby league, which I've quite enjoyed.
I can't imagine, yes, your violin teacher's not going to like the idea of you playing rugby.
Haven't injured any arms or anything yet, so
Okay,
that's
well,
fine.
keep it that way, Harry. What are you going to go for?
Well, unfortunately, Ben took my one. So I might go for the obvious one in the hopes that Beverly can bump up the score, or bump down the score for us, sorry. And I think I'm going to go for plaque for the 5th one.
OK, plaque. Let's see how many of our 100 people said plaque. Plaque is right. It's 80. 80 of our 100 said that.
Yeah, very, very famous dentists get blue plaques.
Lauren, welcome to Pointers. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Lauren.
I'm Lauren, I'm from Newcastle. I work at Newcastle University in alumni relations.
What are your interests, Lauren?
I'm a dancer, so I'm a trained dance teacher, and I also dance competitively, albeit now at a slightly more senior in age category than previously.
Does your competitive dancing involve either arabesques or hula hoops?
I did once do ballet, so I'm quite familiar with an arabesque, so sadly that would have been my answer.
Would have been.
But no, not anymore.
OK. Now, Lauren, this board, look at it. That's all yours. You can fill in all those blanks for us, 4 of them.
So I've got 2 answers, one which is very safe and one which is a bit risky. I'm going to go for the riskier one.
Oh, that's what we like.
I'm going to go the surname of Rene. I think it's Lalique.
Lalique. Oh, phew. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Lalique. It is René Lalique. 80 is our high score, and you passed that. 27 is our low score, and you passed that. 22. You see, Lauren, there we are. Always worth taking a risk, if it's a sensible one.
Very well played, Lauren. Yeah, they always get very excited and flog it when someone brings in a bit of Lalique. They're always like, oh, is that Lalique? Now, what do we think here? Do you know the name of that sailing ship?
Well, I mean, it can't just be a barque, can it? B-A-R-Q-U-E, can it?
Oh, how about that? 10
Oh, Nick, I've got all of them in that case.
10 points for Zander. The shellfish soup.
The bisque.
It is a bisque. Very shellfish indeed. Would have scored 47. And the bottom
this
one?
is I don't know anyone else who plays this, but it's a really good game. Bezique.
It is Bezique. It
You
was scored
play
11
it,
points.
You play it with 2 half packs.
OK.
So from 7 up to ace. Anyway, there we go. Thank you very much indeed. We are halfway through the round. Let me tell you, Lauren, look at that. Fortune favouring the brave there. 22 is where we find you and Carl. Then we travel up to 27, where we find Tina and Steve. 40 is where we find Ben and Joe. And then 80 is where we find Harry and Beverly. A little bit ahead there. But as Harry said, Beverly, he is relying on you, and I'm sure he can. So good luck with the next board. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, 7 more names and words to come on the board. They all end Q-U-E, and here are the clues. A native or inhabitant of Monaco. M. A small shop selling fashionable clothes or accessories. B. An aircraft or vehicle structure in which the chassis is integral with the body. M. Most populous city in the US state of New Mexico. A. A medium-sized monkey which has a long face and cheek pouches for holding food. M. A tall white hat with a full pouched crown worn by chefs. T. And a club at which people dance to pop music, also the title of a 1997 UK #1 single by U2. D. There we are, Carl. Welcome. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Carl, and I work as a problem manager. Bit of a strange title.
A problem manager?
Indeed, yeah.
Is that one and down from a problem solver? Or is that...
We're the guys who kind of ask those awkward questions about why big things went wrong. So we put people on the spot.
So wherever the problem's been, you come in,
Yep.
manage it, and then you go to the people who wanted to know whose fault it was. You go, it was them.
Yep, pretty much.
We've done lots of spread charts, flow charts, and...
It's Dave's fault.
It's Dave.
Yeah.
So everybody loves me for doing that.
Yeah. Anyway, 22 is where you are. You score 57 or less, no problem, Carl. What are you going to go for?
I know a few. I'm struggling with which will be the best to go. Luckily, Lauren got a good start to make up for my lacking. I think I'll go for most popular city in the US state of New Mexico and go for Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, says Carl. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Albuquerque. There's your red line. Albuquerque is absolutely right, and through you go. Down he goes 44. Takes your total up to 66.
Well played, Carl. Also part of the lyrics from another very famous Geordie prefab sprout. A hot dog jumping frog, Albuquerque. Paddy McAloon.
Lovely. There we are, thank you. Now, Beverly, welcome back.
Hello. Hi, I'm Beverly, and I'm also a student at the University of Warwick, but I'm actually a part-time student because I'm a degree apprentice.
What does that mean, a degree apprentice?
Yeah, so it means that I study part-time and I work part-time at a large automotive company.
And so obviously what we've discovered is that you and Harry play in the orchestra together.
Yep,
Which
that's
is
how
very
we
lovely.
met.
You've been moved so you can sit side by side, which is very lovely. Share a stand, which is nice. Oh, lovely. Now, there you are. You're on 80. You're currently the high scorers. So, Beverly, we need a low score from you.
Yeah, Carl took the one I was going to take. I only know 2 others and one I'm not so sure. But I'm going to go with the second one, which is, I think, a boutique.
A boutique for the small shop. Let's see how many of our 100 people said boutique. No red line for you. You're currently the high scorers. Boutique, though, is absolutely right. Down it goes to 70. Not bad. Takes your total up to 150.
Yeah, it comes from the same root as apothecary as well, boutique, funnily enough, and bodega. It all comes from the same Greek word. Who'd have thought?
That's nice. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Joe, welcome back to Pointless for the third and final time. Got to be setting your sights on the final this time. Remind us about yourself, Joe.
Yeah, I'm currently working on my PhD application to do biological anthropology at Penn State in America.
Very good. What was it particularly that drew you out there?
I'm a country bumpkin, really, and it's a nice rural area. It's really good for what I want to study as well, which is how vocal pitch and facial attractiveness factor into mate selection in humans. So why you fancy who you
that's
fancy.
interesting, and that's the thing they specialise in at Penn State.
Yeah, they're the best in the country for that kind of research.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
OK, Joe, well, listen, here's good news. You're into round 2. Doesn't matter what you score. Even 100 points gets you in.
Yeah, I know a couple of them. Well, I should say I know one of them. I think I know the other, and since I can take a risk, I will. And I'll go for the bottom one, the club at which people dance, and say discotheque.
The club at which people dance to pop music. Sounds great. Let's see how many of our 100 people said discotheque. No red line, you're already through. Very strong. Down it goes to 38, takes your total up to 78.
Yeah, it's a word that sort of disappeared from the language now. Disco just about hangs on, but discotheque has almost entirely gone.
Thank you, Richard. Now, Steve, welcome to Pointless.
Well, thank you.
Tell us all about yourself.
My name's Steve. I'm married to Tina. I'm holiday camp maintenance at the moment, but by trade, I'm an engineer.
But you get, I mean, people always say that sea air rusts things much more quickly and things sort of...
It does with chassis and caravans.
Yeah.
Unless they're galvanised, they'll just rot away.
So that's your job most of the time,
It
is it?
is, yes.
Sorting it out. Steve, you're on 27. Again, beautifully set up by Tina. Even if you score 100 points, you're through. So fill in the board for us.
Thankfully, she did get as low a score as she did, because genuinely the 3 answers I knew have gone. But inhabitant of Monaco, I'd say Monachesque, a medium-sized monkey. I think, I'm going to get the word wrong here, but it's marmoset will be my answer.
Marmoset, says Steve for the monkey. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. No. Not a marmoset. That scores you 100 points. Couldn't matter less. You're still through. 127 is your total.
Yeah, sorry, Steve, didn't need it anyway. You're thinking of marmoset. This is a...
Macaque.
Macaque. Yeah, macaque is the answer. And macaque, it's a nice word to say, would have scored you 34. Do you know the tall white hat? That's the very familiar chef's hat.
No, I
It's
think
a
I do.
toque.
A toque, that's what it is.
T-O-Q. It is, yeah. That would have scored 6 points up the top there. And now a native or inhabitant of Monaco, not
Monegasque.
Monegasque is the answer. You're quite right. Would have scored you 7 points. Now, if I give you the answer to this next one, do you promise you won't laugh? Everybody?
We're not going to laugh at all.
No.
Absolute best behaviour. Best behaviour, everybody, because there's children watching. It's monocoque. Exactly. Monocoque is the answer.
that's
10
exactly
points
as
for
it
that.
should.
Very well done
Monocoque.
at home if you said monocoque.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 150, Beverly and Harry, I'm so sorry it's you. You've gone from being our golden couple in the first show to going out first round this show. Neither answer was wrong, though. They just were quite high scoring. Anyway, we'll see you again next time, and we'll look forward to it very much. But meantime, thanks so much, Beverly and Harry. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Down to 3 pairs, which can only mean round 2. Lauren, hats off to you. You were our lowest individual scorer in that round with a René Lalique. Very nice indeed it was, too. In fact, Lauren and Carl, our lowest combined scores. So very good on that far podium. But well done, everybody. Lovely to have you with us for round 2. Best of luck for it. Our category for round 2 today is Premier League football. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many English Premier League managers during the 2019-20 season as they could. Richard.
Yeah, just that. Essentially, we're looking for anyone who's a manager or caretaker manager of any of the Premier League clubs during that season, according to the official Premier League website. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, so Steve.
I shall go with... I'll play it safe and go Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho says Steve. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Jose Mourinho. It's right. Down it goes to 33.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho took over at Spurs in the November of that season.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Joe.
Yes.
Joe.
Not a good round for me.
OK.
Continuing my bad second round, I think I'm about to score 100 again because I don't know any of them. I'm going to just have to pick a name that I've heard Ben say when talking about football, so I'll say Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp, says Joe. Just plucking a name out of thin air. Let's see what happens when we say Jurgen Klopp. It's absolutely right. Down it goes to 35. Very good indeed.
Yeah, Liverpool's manager throughout that extraordinary season was one manager of the season, one manager of the month for the first 5 out of 6 months as well. Just an extraordinary job he did there. Seems like an absolutely lovely bloke as well.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, now Lauren.
I'm having a complete mental blank on this subject. So I think I'm going to play it very close to home and go Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce, says Lauren. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce is right. 35 is the high score, 33 is the low, and you pass both of them. Down goes Steve Bruce to 5. Very well done indeed, Lauren.
I mean, I would have put money on you saying Steve Bruce there, Lauren. Yeah, well done. Newcastle United manager throughout that whole season. Finished 13th.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 5, Lauren. This is becoming a habit, I think, this low scoring on that far podium. Very well done indeed. Then we travel up to 33, where we find Steve and Tina. 35, where we find Joe and Ben. You're not way ahead, But I'm getting a sense from Joe that you know your football, Ben. So we're hoping for great things on the next pass. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so Carl, we're looking for anybody who's managed a Premier League club during the 2019-20 season.
Fortunately, I can't say the name of my club, Sunderland. So I think I'll go with David Moyes.
David Moyes says, Carl, well, you're on 5. If you can score 29 or less, you're straight through to the head-to-head. David Moyes, how many people said that? There's your red line. David Moyes is right. And you're through. Look at that. Oh, easy peasy, down to 6. Takes your total up to 11. Well played, Carl.
Safe and sound. Well played, Carl. Yeah, he took over at West Ham in the December of that season. Previously, Everton manager, Manchester United manager as well.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Ben. Currently the high scorers.
I will stay true to myself. I'm going to go risky, so there is a very good chance I could score 100. I'm going to have a stab at Nigel Pearson at Watford.
Nigel Pearson says Ben. OK, no red line for you as you're the high scorers. Let's see how many people said Nigel Pearson. Nigel Pearson is right. And it goes down to 4. Very well done indeed. Best and lowest individual score of the round, 39 your total.
Very well played. Lovely answer. Lovely to see a risk being taken as well. Yeah, they went down that season, unfortunately, Watford.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Tina, this is your time to shine. We need a score of 5 or less from you to keep you and Steve in the game.
I don't think that's going to happen because I don't really like football. I don't know if it's this season that's that bad. Gareth Southgate?
OK, Gareth Southgate. Here is your red line. It's quite low. Let's see what happens when we say Gareth Southgate. No bad luck, Tina. I'm afraid an incorrect answer scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 133.
Sorry, Tina, England manager. So he is a manager. So
Oh, no.
that's something.
Should have said my other one.
What was your other one?
Pep Guardiola.
Well, that's a correct answer. I think it would have scored you too many points, Pep. 21 points, Pep would have scored you. And at least you've said it now as well.
There you go.
So that's good. There you go. Best of both worlds. Quite a few pointless answers. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go through some of the low scorers. 8 points for Sean Dyche. You'd have got 7 for Chris Wilder, Dean Smith at Aston Villa, Roy Hodgson at Palace. You'd have got 5 points for Carlo Ancelotti. You'd have got 3 points for Unai Emery at Arsenal. Remember him. 2 points for Graham Potter at Brighton, Nuno Espirito Santo at Wolves. 1 for Daniel Farke at Norwich, Duncan Ferguson at Everton, Javi Gracia and Marco Silva. Also, Mauricio Pochettino would have scored you 1. Here are the pointless answers. Freddie Ljungberg, who took over at Arsenal briefly. Hayden Mullins did the same at Watford. Manuel Pellegrini at West Ham. Moyes took over from him. Quique Sanchez Flores, and another one of the Watford many managers that season, and the Southampton boss, Ralph Hasenhüttl. Very well done if you said any of those.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our second round, and the pair we have to send home with their high score of 133, Tina and Steve. I'm afraid it's you. You'll be back next time, though, and we'll look forward to that very much. But meanwhile,
no football.
Thank you very much indeed, Tina and Steve. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, it's time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Carl and Lauren, Ben and Joe. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. But before we play the head-to-head, shall we not see if we can't just boost that jackpot a bit by finding some pointless answers? Now, we haven't had a double pointless find in this little bonus round for quite a long time. Wouldn't it just be lovely if we could do that now?
Definitely.
OK, here we go. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many British motorways as they could. Richard?
Yeah, it's a weird one, this one. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to show you the names of 6 British motorways. 2 of them are motorways that nobody could mention. 2 of them got points, and 2 of them we've made up as well. We made up some motorways.
Made up some motorways.
So can you find the 2 pointless motorways? This'll be interesting.
I know.
And can you find them at home as well? 250 quid for each one you can, not for you at home.
OK, so we are looking for the pointless motorways on this list, and we've got the M18, the M24, the M67, the M83, the M90, and the M898. Now then, what do we think? Carl and Lauren, you get to go first. Do chat out loud, because you can share. If you share information at this point.
Yes,
Oh, between... Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, because it's in everyone's interest, isn't it?
The 80, I'm pretty sure the 83 is not motorway, but I think the 898 is a red herring.
898 as well. I don't think that
What
is.
do you think that is?
But the M24, because you've heard of the 25. Have you heard of the 24?
No, but I reckon they're going sequential.
The M18 is definitely, because that's Sheffield to Doncaster.
Yeah.
I've been up and down it a lot.
OK, Carl and Lauren.
We're going to say the M90.
The M90. Let's find out. Is that a pointless motorway? It's real. Definitely exists. Is it one of the pointless ones? Oh, 3! 3 people know that road. OK, Ben and Joe, what do you think?
Up to you.
What does your heart tell you to go? If you had another choice, what would you go for?
I would have chosen the 2 that you said were not.
Yeah, because I
Don't ask
originally
me.
said the 83, so I don't know.
Do you know, I'll just M83. Let's go M83.
M83.
If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Is it a pointless answer? Let's find out. M83.
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck.
Worth a shot. Always play the
There
risk.
we are.
Always play the risk.
Yeah, unlucky. It's quite hard to work out, that, wasn't
know.
it? Yeah, the M83 is an electronic music act. You're quite right. The M18 is Sheffield. That's the other one that scored points. Left, we have 2 pointless answers, and we have an incorrect answer. What do you
I
think?
like the M24 reasoning. I like that earlier.
What was
I
the
think
reasoning?
It could be well, we've heard of the M25, so we think maybe. I think M24 is real. I think.
Okay, well, M23 is real. That's kind
Exactly,
of
yeah,
Brighton
down
up to
to
London,
Gatwick.
and M25 is around London. M24 is the other fake answer.
Oh,
There's no
that's
M24. So M67, that's just south of Manchester, 5 miles long, and M898 is the highest number of any motorway. It's just north of Glasgow. Joins the M8 to the Erskine Bridge. It's 1 mile long. Very well done if you got that one.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we weren't able to find any pointless answers. I say we. I wasn't really. I was just with you there. You didn't manage to find any pointless answers. So we're not adding anything to the jackpot, but you've not lost anything either. OK, let's play the head-to-head. Now, the first pair in this round to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Here comes your first question, and it is all about hair and makeup tools. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 hair and makeup tools and alternate letters of their names as well, but can you tell us what they are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 hair and makeup tools, and here they come. We've got A, YLSULR. B, IALOB. C, IFSR. D, ERRME. And E, PNEEGS. OK, Carl and Lauren.
We know 4 out of the 5, and we kind of half know the 5th, but it's too risky. I think we're going to go for E, sponge wedges.
Sponge wedges, say Carl and Lauren. Now then, Ben and Joe, it's over to you.
We use these daily, so...
Never. Yeah, I think A is eyelash curler.
D is...
B, I think B is maybe pintail comb. C is diffuser, and D maybe beard trimmer.
Yeah. Are you sure? There's a hyphen, is there, in B? If I knew what E was, that's what I would have gone for. So.
I don't know.
Just go for B. Go on.
Yeah, we'll say B, pintail comb.
Pintail comb for B. So we have sponge wedges and we have pintail comb. Carl and Lauren went for sponge wedges for E. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Sponge wedges is good. Down it goes 16. Very well done indeed. Meanwhile, we've got Pintail Comb from Ben and Joe for B. Let's see how many of our 100 said Pintail Comb. It's right. Ooh, it's going to be close. And Pintail Comb beats it. Look at that, down to 5. Very well done indeed, Ben and Joe. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Very well worked out, because it's the only answer that would have beaten sponge wedges as well, so you had to go for that risk. Congratulations. You knew all the others, but they all would have scored too many points. Eyelash Curler would have scored you 69 points. Diffuser, that would have scored you 56. And Beard Trimmer, slightly better score, but still too many, would have scored you 32.
There you go. All right, thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, here comes your second question. Carl and Lauren, you have to win this one, stay in the game, but Ben and Joe, who seem to be on red-hot form, they get to answer it first. So, there we are. Very, very best of luck. Our second question today is all about cities in UNESCO's Creative Cities Network. Richard.
We are going to show you descriptions of 5 of those cities in that particular network. We'll show you their initial letter as well, but what are these cities, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 clues, and here they are. Scottish city where the first V&A museum outside London opened in 2018. D. Middle Eastern city that hosted the 2019 Eurovision Song Contest. TA. Birthplace of Nobel Prize winners George Bernard Shaw and W.B. Yeats. D. City around whose area the Tajima breed of Wagyu cattle are raised. K. And city described by Argentine writer Ezequiel Martinez Estrada as the head of Goliath. B.A. There we are. Ben and Joe get to answer first.
What about the bottom one? What do you actually describe? I don't know. That's the cap. I know what it is, but I think it's
I think we should go for the second one, because I think I'm confident about that.
We'll go for the second one, down the Middle Eastern city that hosted the 2019 Eurovision Song Contest is Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv, say Ben and Joe. Now then, Carl and Lauren. Do you want to talk us through that board?
Yep, we each know different ones, so...
So first we think Dundee. Second, we've got Tel Aviv, obviously. Don't know the third one. Got a guess at the fourth one. And the fifth one, Buenos Aires. Do we risk it?
Go for it.
Or do we? Yeah. We'll risk Kyoto for the fourth one.
OK, Kyoto for the Wagyu cattle. So we have Tel Aviv and we have Kyoto. Ben and Joe said Tel Aviv for the Middle Eastern city. Let's see how many of our 100 people got Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is right. That goes down to 22. Kyoto, I mean, that's what I would have guessed. Kyoto, let's see, is it right for the city around whose area the Tajima breed of Wagyu cattle? Let's see, how many of our 100 said Kyoto? Oh, no, not Kyoto. Which means, Ben and Joe, congratulations. After only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, I think I'd have gone for Kyoto as well. I mean, that's the tale of 2 risks. Your risk paid off in the last one. I think lots of people would have gone for Kyoto. It's Kobe. Kobe is the answer.
Yeah.
And it's a pointless answer as well.
Yeah.
And talk about risks not paying off. If you'd said Buenos Aires, would have scored you 15 points. Would have beaten Tel Aviv, I'm afraid. The birthplace of the Nobel Prize winner, George Bernard Shaw, etc.
Dublin.
Is Dublin, absolutely, which would have scored you 16. You're quite right about Dundee up the top there, which is the biggest scorer, with 39.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. This is the 3rd time in a row we've had a golden couple going out with no points in a head-to-head round. Anyway, you'll be back next time. You've been amazing all throughout the show. Lovely low scores from you, round after round. You just came up against Ben and Joe, who just, I said, they're just on fire today. We'll see you next time, and I'm sure you'll do just as well, maybe even one step better then. Anyway, meantime, thank you very much indeed, Carl and Lauren. But for Ben and Joe, it is now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Ben and Joe. You have seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophy. Yes. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,000. There it is. It was round 2, and then round 2, and now the final. It just feels right. It feels entirely right. And you've played very, very well on the show today. 2-0 in the head-to-head, and coming from behind as the blue couple, not the golden couple. Yeah, I mean, it feels to me like everything is set fair for a jackpot win. What do you want to see come up?
Joe's very, very good with like Greek mythology, Roman mythology, so anything to do with mythology, he would be fantastic. I'm actually very strangely good at things like the monarchy, history, US presidents, things like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, let's see what comes up.
That's much what normally people just say Harry Potter, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, he would be great at that.
Okay, you can do that as well.
Especially, yeah,
Okay,
Harry
there
Potter,
we go.
that's fine.
And
Harry Potter, yeah.
Very good. OK, as always, you choose from the 4 we put up. Today's little list looks like this. Shakespeare tragedies, 1980s female TV detectives, Mercury Prize-winning rap albums, Eagles.
I think you would be very good on the tragedies, but this would be pretty much solely on you. 80s female TV detectives. Obviously, I was born in the 80s, so...
Well, you're
You
a lot older
weren't.
than me, so I wasn't.
You're a 90s child, so rap albums, neither of us are going to be any good on that. It's not
I don't
our
know.
thing.
Eagles.
And
Shakespeare's
Eagles.
the only one where I'd have any
Eagles
kind
could
of
be about the
influence.
birds, but it could be about the band as well. So, but I think Shakespeare's tragedies is...
Yeah, Shakespeare's
it's
tragedies.
gonna
OK,
fit
Shakespeare's
Joe's
tragedies
knowledge.
it is.
Okay, very best of luck, gents. Three questions for you here. We're looking for any of the following, please. We are looking for any named character in King Lear, according to the Oxford Shakespeare Complete Works. So any named characters in that. We are looking for any actor who has played Hamlet in an RSC production from 1961 through to 2019. Or we are looking for any word of 5 letters or more in Romeo's soliloquy in Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2. That's where he's under the window. So named characters in King Lear, actors in RSC productions, or words of 5 letters or more in Romeo's soliloquy. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
So for King Lear, I've never read it, but I remember one of the daughters, I think, is called Goneril. And I think there's one called Reagan.
Okay, well, keep them as about the actors
don't
who
know
played
any of
Hamlet.
the second
I've got a
ones.
weird feeling. I saw Sir Patrick Stewart playing, and I don't know if he played a different role, but he was on stage with David Tennant, so I don't know if David Tennant would have played Hamlet, but it's quite recent. I don't know any from the 60s or 70s. You're looking at people probably like Laurence Olivier, who pretty much owned Hamlet. So.
The Romeo's...
Do you know the soliloquy, do you?
I think it's the one about, 2 blushing pilgrims and... your lips
Can
are
you
two
go a little
blushing-
bit further, because that's probably what
That's
everybody
really the only
remembers. 2 blushing pilgrims and blah, 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 blah.
There you go, like pilgrims, I guess.
You could, yeah. I think we'd be... I think we
think
go for
Reagan
the
and Goneril are
I think the 2 in King
the
Lear
only
you go
2 I
for,
know.
maybe David Tennant, unless do you think people
10
would know
seconds
pilgrims?
left.
I mean, it's the only bit that I know, so maybe other people would know it.
I think we should go for Tennant. Do one of each. So which one do you think they're gonna roll? Okay.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give me?
Yeah, so for the first one, we'll go named characters in King Lear as Reagan.
Reagan.
And the same category, I'll name Goneril.
Goneril.
And I think we'll go for... I'm going to trust my brother, because he got us through to this, and we'll go for pilgrims in the soliloquy.
And pilgrims in the soliloquy. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Maybe Goneril?
OK, Goneril we'll put last, least likely to be pointless.
The pilgrims.
The pilgrims, and then Regan goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got pilgrims, Regan, and Goneril. Well, 3 answers on the board. Any one of those could turn out to be pointless and win that jackpot of £2,000 for you. What would you like to do with that if you suddenly won £2,000?
I've got a 16-month-old son who is just utter perfection, but I would try to make him even more perfect. I'd spoil him rotten, and he's just the absolute apple of my eye, and I'd spend it all on him.
Wonderful. Joe, what about you?
I'd be far more selfish with it and spend it all on myself. It would go to hopefully getting me across to Pennsylvania to get to the uni.
Very, very best of luck. Your first answer was pilgrims. This was a bit of a shot in the dark because you're not sure if it's which soliloquy it is. Act 2, Scene 2 of Romeo and Juliet. Let us find out if pilgrims is right for £2,000. Is it pointless? No bad luck.
Sorry.
You
Bad luck, bad luck. Let's move on to your next answer, Regan. In this case, we are looking for characters from King Lear. Let's find out if Regan is pointless for £2,000. Regan is right. It just has to go all the way down to 0, and you will leave with that £2,000 jackpot. Down we go with Regan through the teens. Into single figures, still going down with Regan. Down we go to 5. Very good indeed. Lovely low score there, but not pointless. So we have to move on to your third and final answer, which was Goneril. Again, it's characters from King Lear we're looking for. Is Goneril a pointless answer for £2,000?
Well done. Well done.
I was happy it was right.
Nobody knows Goneril. Yeah.
OK, well, down we go. Your first answer was incorrect. Your second answer was Regan. Took us down to 5. Down we go with Goneril, passing 5. Still going down to 2. Oh, bad luck. 2 very good answers there. But I'm sorry to say you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you have been fabulous. You can take that home. You'd be very proud of your performance on the show. And you each get a pointless trophy, highly coveted pointless trophy to take back with you. So very, very well done.
Very well played. The lovely answers. Regan, the only character to appear in King Lear and the Sweeney. The only one. But let's take a look at the pointless answers in the different categories. We'll start with King Lear. There are 7 pointless answers here. Albany is a pointless answer. Cornwall, Gloucester, Kent. Also, Cornwall, Gloucester, Kent is also the route of the M83. Yeah. We talked about earlier. 3 other pointless answers. Burgundy, Curran, who's Gloucester's servant, and King of France. Some very famous actors here and people who played Hamlet at the RSC.
Got one of those.
Oh, well, who have you got?
Oh, Sam West. Yeah,
there you go. Oh, well, yeah, he's got it now. Sorry, I should have asked you that again.
Okay.
Sam West was surprised you didn't get that. Philip Franks is a pointless answer. Ian Bannon, Ben Kingsley there. Adrian Schiller, Alan Howard, Alex Jennings is a pointless answer. Michael Pennington, Damesh Patel, Roger Rees as well, pointless answers there. David Tennant was the biggest scorer on that, would have scored you 12 points, just ahead of Kenneth Branagh on 8 points. Now, this soliloquy, Pilgrims is from a different speech in Romeo and Juliet, is from Romeo and Juliet, but answer, cheek, daylight, twinkle. I'll give you all the other pointless answers. I'm sure this is how he wrote them. Birds bright, brightness business. Discourses entreat fairest fools. Glove green, having heaven, jests. Lean's livery might never region return. Scars shame, since speaks fierce. Star stream, there those touch, vestal wood wound. All of those are pointless answers. What a beautiful writer Shakespeare was.
Yeah, and
that was the order he wrote them in as well. He did
it
all in alphabetical order. That's the thing most people don't know about Shakespeare. But King Lear.
Yeah,
It would never be Lear King.
No.
A clever man, Shakespeare William.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Ben and Joe, I'm sorry you didn't win the jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.